Remember, if he eats a fish, it is a form of cannibalism. Until we meet again!
Hi everyone, this is Triple T, and today I'm taking a look at Mattel Masterverse new Eternia Merman. And he is a beauty. And I will go into details later on why he is so beautiful. But you will love him as I do, hopefully. First of all, let's look at the artwork on the packaging. And he looks really nice. The artwork is always one of the highlights of every Masterverse toy, I think. Look at that. The personality really shines through. And you have some nice illustration on the side here, on the back as well. And for some reason, I always get the international one when ordering from Amazon. So I don't get a little bio, but I do see every little nice details that come with them. There you have Two-Face and Beastman. Nice. He comes with two weapons. First, his little corn-on-the-cob spear. Nicely done, with a little effect there. And his little corn-on-the-cob sword. And this is really nicely done. Mine is a bit twisted, but I'll just have to warm that up with some hot water or maybe a hairdryer, and that will fix that problem. The hilt is really beautifully done with the wrappings and the emerald there. Really nice. And this isn't nice, but it's functional. This is for tabbing in on his back, so he can actually store this because I want him to. He comes with alternate hands. Right now I have a gripping hand on and a swimming or gesturing hand on there. So I have a gesturing hand for the right, left, and the holding, gripping hand for his left hand here, right? Such a cheap trick. Let's get up close and personal with him and look at this face. I'm going to hypnotize you. First of all, the eyes seems to be following you around, which is really cool. They are painted inside or on the back of a translucent piece, so this looks really nice. But if you look at every little detail here, everything is painted really well. And the wash here. I mean, there are few Masterverse figures that comes close to this one. Look at the shoulder pieces as well. Really, really nicely done. And you have that little stone there as you had on the hilt. And this little chest guard here. And another stone. And you have his little, crotch piece here with dangling things. On the outside at least. On the inside you have his little panties. And just look at the wash on the arms. I mean, it looks so good. It looks natural. It looks really beautiful. This is just awesome. As you can see, I'm a bit lost for words. And the shine. The shine is cyclone close. So that is really nice. And the shin guards, they have a bit of wear and tear and they look good. You could argue that they are not really painted well, but I think that actually looks very good. And even the foot comes in different colors. Has that nice wash to it. And of course, the back of him is the same. You can again see the beautiful wash on his skin, on his arms. And here you have that little port for his sword if you don't want to give him his sword in his hand, of course. Well, I could yammer on all day about how nice I think this figure is because it really, really, really is. One thing that I have to mention is that this isn't tabbed in anywhere, so you actually can rotate everything. And that being said, let's look at articulation. The head can go a 360, is of course on a ball joint. It can look down. In shame, I've failed you, Skeletor. No, I'm not gonna do Merman's voice because I don't know how to. The arms can come out to a T. They can go all the way around. These are quite stiff. They don't really move out of the way, but still, it works. You have a bicep swivel. You have a double jointed elbow. This is really difficult to move, but it works. You can rotate the hands, of course, as always, and tilt them inwards and outwards. You can move this about. You have a waist swivel. You have the double hinged legs here. You can have them up or you can have them down. And you can, of course, go all the way forwards. Almost all the way backwards. And it tilts out. Now, this is some gappage I don't like. I don't know really why they are that way. You can, of course, fold the knees all the way. You have a boot cut swivel, a thigh swivel, and a foot swivel, and you can go up and down with the feet. So he is very, very poseable. But with that said, he is a bit prone to falling. And as with every other Masterverse character, you can remove the head, you can swap the hands out for other hands, but I do like one gripping and one gesturing, just because these gesturing hands are so beautifully done. I like the little fingers there with the skin in between. They look really nice. And of course, he can hold his accessories. They are quite snug to get in, but you're supposed to be able to, so let's try it. Here he has his sword. And now he wants to lean forward. Yep. And there you have him with his sword. And you can take the sword and plug it on his back, which is where I usually have it. Like that. It kind of disappears. Now he's back heavy. And you can put the spear in his hand. I don't really know where you want the spear to be, but I usually put it on this section if he's going to stand holding it. Like so. Now he's looking straight into the camera saying, no, I'm not going to do the voice. I'm sorry, I'm not. No, never. Okay. Now for comparison. Here he is with my go-to reference, Revelations Stinkor. And even though I find him a bit short, he is taller than Stinkor. In every direction, I think. This almost looks like a tail. And of course, I have to bring in my favorite person in the world. Cartoon Skeletor. Yay! And here you can really see the difference between the Origins cartoon collection and the Masterverse, both in detailing and in stature. I mean, look at the difference. I like this one, but this is just outstanding. So this is the comparison you need to do to understand how well everything is done here. I mean, this is a solid color, and this is just epically washed and painted. And just to give you an even clearer comparison, the Revelations figure and this cartoon actually fits quite well together, because yes, he has some painted arms and some stuff here, but other than that, he is fairly origin-y, I would say. They look actually kind of good together, even though Skeletor is a bit shorter. I think this works. I'm going to have to try to get this down for his review later on. And now for my conclusion. This Merman iteration is so beautiful, I can't stop talking about it. It's so well done with the detailing, the paint, the wash, the design of him. Everything is just so perfect. Perfect in every sense of the way. And I struggle to find flaw with him at all. Maybe the sword that isn't straight, but still, I don't care. The dual wielding isn't really for him. As you can see, that is why I have the gesturing hands on usually. The quality is good, the paintwork is outstanding, the playability is fun. You can pose him if you're mindful of some little tilting issues, but I didn't have any problem putting him in this pose at all. So for a masterpiece score, he gets a 10 again. I think everyone has gotten a 10 so far, but we will be reviewing others that doesn't get a 10 later on. But he's a strong recommendation for me. If he's still available and you don't have him, I suggest you get him because you will not be sorry. I know I wasn't. But I think that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and as always, take care.